All right, boys and girls, we just got done learning about Faith Ringgold and her beautiful story quilts with her designs around the edges and fabric, and then her paintings in the middle that would always illustrate a story she had to tell from when she was a kid. Today, we're going to do a collage, which would be using cut paper and gluing it around the border to simulate a quilt. And we're also going to illustrate a story from our past, our memories. So what we're going to do is use a piece of paper, a Sharpie marker, a pencil, some scraps, some square scraps, crayons, and glue sticks. First thing we need to do is turn our paper over. There's a little bit of a write-up about Faith Ringgold that you can share with your family. We're going to write our name right here at the bottom in our neat handwriting and our class code. So if you were Miss Alvez's class, I'd like to see a 1A. Miss Farringer's class, I'll see a 1F. You get the idea. Then we can turn it back over. Our first step is to create that collage, which is gluing paper, cut paper, to the edges. We're going to get our glue stick. I'm just going to pop that up a little bit, not too much, or is it's gonna, the whole stick will fall out. And I'm going to glue one side. How many sides? That's right, just one. If I glue it all at once, the glue will dry too fast and I'll have to re-glue it. And then I can start making a different designs with our cut paper. Lay that right in the glue. Now most of these glue sticks, if they start turning, start disappearing, then you know you have to add a little bit more glue. All right, so I have the one side done. Now I can do the top. Need some yellow in there, some bright yellow. I'm laying my squares right next to each other, side by side. I like variety, so I'm using a bunch of different colors, but if you wanted to create a pattern, you could do that. Now I'm going to go down the side. I hope we're sharing the paper with our table mates. There's always more if you need some. Last, I'm going to go along the bottom. And while I'm doing this, I'm thinking of that special memory that I want to illustrate. Something that happened with me and my friends, or me and my family. All right, there we go. We're all done with our paper. We're all done with the glue, so go ahead and put that glue lid on your glue so it doesn't dry out, and we can use it for the next project. I've done my collage work, and now I'm thinking of that special memory I have. Well, my special memory is playing games with my family. So I'm going to write it right here in my neatest handwriting. I'm not going to write it above the line because I want to use this space for my illustration. I'm going to write below the line, and I'm going to use my good handwriting. I'm going to write playing games with family. Oh, that's perfect. All right, now I need to illustrate my thought. What can help the viewer understand that we're playing games and what game we're playing? I'm going to think about where I play my game, what I need to use to play my game, and how I need to play it. So I'm going to start out with my kitchen table because that's where I like to play most of my games. I need a nice, large, hard surface. So I'm going to make a big table because if I made it too small, it would be hard to get all my details in there. Now I got to put the board game on the table. Let's draw another rectangle. One of my favorite games is Candyland. So I know in Candyland it has a swirly maze. So very carefully I'm going to draw my swirly maze. I also know it has little sections, little colors I can land on. And there's like a little candy cane forest, a castle. I think there's a gingerbread house over here. I know I like to play with little colorful pieces. Every player needs one. And then we have our cards. Maybe I'll put the cards here to flip over. All right, now I need to include who I play with. Sometimes I like to play this game with my daughter. And my son. And my husband, Mr. Dennis over here. All right, now I need to include the table legs. I can add those in. What else could I add in? My kitchen window. Sometimes we play at night, so I'll make a nighttime stars. There we go. I think I have enough details in here. Now I can go ahead and use those crayons I have to color everything in. When I go to color, you remember from Juan Miro that we did the edges first? We had nice, neat coloring back and forth, overlapping strokes. Maybe I'll get her. So we're going to do the edges first, and then we can color neatly inside. And I like variety, so I don't always do everything the same color. I like to mix it up a little bit. Do you see how I have short little strokes for crayons? Not like this. You don't want to scribble it. We're taking our time. We want really nice craftsmanship. Now sometimes your hands will get tired, and it's okay to go ahead and take a break, stretch them out. Really working hard on this to make it look nice. Got all those colorful squares. Oh, that kind of looks like the same color, doesn't it? Let me get a different one in there. Now we have too much green. I'll put some purple in there. Okay, now I can go ahead and finish my people. And I'll do my nighttime sky. On my sky, I realized I had black stars. So I'm just going to do the black really light so you can still see those stars. And maybe I'll put a little yellow on that moon. There we go. All right, now I just have to do the background. And this is such a large space. I can use the side of my crayon if I want. I'm not going to color down here because I want everybody to be able to read what we're doing, even though they can see what we're doing. Go all the way to the edges. All right, guys, almost done. Wowee. All right, so let's recap. We learned about Faith Ringgold and her amazing story quilts that she would sew and then paint a scene on top. Then you guys were able to come in and create a collage of a special memory you have. When you go home tonight, you can take this little booklet and show your parents or your grandparents or your brother or sister. There's a couple different activities you can work on at home. And I think we're going to need to hang these pieces up in the school to show the entire, all the students and teachers your special memories. Good job, guys.